Welcome back to Old Kiwi Farm with me, Louis Farm Guy, your host and entertainer. And how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. We are back. It is early spring. The temperature is up. So I was trying to decide where to start. So there's an old saying I'm sure you're familiar with. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, that advice, that mantra, that saying, can apply in many different ways. Well, except for skydiving, don't think it would apply there for obvious reasons. But anyways, in our case, we have had the coffee experiment has failed. Now I spent the better part of the morning, well, not the better part, but I spent the morning plowing out the coffee because I've been in talks with the local our ownership group, along with the local farmers, the climate people, and there's climate change is coming to this area. Along with that, so over the winter, the Minister of Agriculture, along with many scientists and so forth, and the agricultural experts. Oh, we also bought an extra planter. Hopefully this old girl here will be able to pull her along. I can't remember if I tried this one. I think this should do it. This is like 400 and something horsepower. Anyways, so as for crops, with the change in the weather patterns, they have introduced new varieties of seeds and crops. Now, it's still going to be the standard. You say that the crops that we had before, just different varieties of them. They're all going to be still called wheat, and just like there's different varieties of wheat and barley and so forth, they have introduced new varieties of these to better suited to our climate that we are now will be having. So temperature ranges, temperature change, the harvest, being ready for harvest earlier, and so the same with the coffee. The coffee, they have. We're going to try coffee again. So now, it's a different strain. It's a different variety of coffee that should be better suited to our climate here. And that's what we're gonna do. That's why we plowed it out. It was a fail. So we're gonna try again. We are going to try coffee again in these fields, and we're gonna go ahead with our plan. I believe it was canola. However, the economy has, well, let's look at pricing. Our rye, where are we? Rye, it is not good. We're at 359 is the best price. Oh, I still have it. I haven't sold it. I've been waiting for the price to come up, and it's just not coming up. We sold our wood chips and our other stuff, but coffee seems to be selling well. With the climate, the change in climate and other things, the commodity pricing has been kind of all over the map. If we want to look at, so is the planting. So now, if we want to plant, see, it's still too cold for rye, but grapes and sorghum, mustard, millet, coffee. We're good for coffee, so we're going to plant coffee right now. Poplar and grass is always there. Canola. See, canola we can do. We're good for canola. Also wheat and barley, but not oat. Soybean needs heat. Corn needs some heat. Potatoes says we can, but it's not warm enough yet. So, anyways, let's see. There's our. We might as well dump that back in there because I don't. We're going to have to keep an eye. I don't know when. Maybe it's already topped out. I don't know. Let's take a look at pricing. Wheat's kind of scenario that's we're used to. Canola's is basic. Sunflower's a little bit weird. Soybeans, that's kind of weird too. Corn. What else is kind of a little bit off the wall? Wood chips was kind of basically standard. Carrots, onions, they're pretty much straight across the board. Carrots, onions. Coffee looks like it sells well now. At least the strain we're going to be planting is going to be pretty steady. Same with mustard. Millet is looking... those spikes there, it looks pretty flat. I don't think millet's going to pay out too well. Sorghum looks me. Here's rye. Yeah, we're dead flat. I don't know if that's ever going to pop up. Rice, but of course rice is steady, but it's like 3 something per 1,000. And then kiwi and grapes. And back into there. So, anyways, thought we'd give a little update to that. Actually, we'll dump this rye back in the silo. I don't know. It'll have to stay there for now. Prices for canola? That's a good question. Not bad. 8.14, 9.26 is good. I'd take that. We'll see what the yield is like, but like I said, it's we're in a tough economy. But those wood chips, well, we got so much of them. We're financially okay. But I'd like to do better, of course. But if this new strain of coffee works out, and if the yield is good, like coffee can be, then we should be okay. Yeah, let's we're pretty much set up with this guy. Let's get him. Let's get that coffee in the ground there, because there we go, coffee. Let's fill it up. Like I said, I spent the early part of today cultivating that not fertilizer, seeds. There we go. That field in, and oh, is he gonna have trouble? Oh, yeah, these. Let's close that. I wonder if I'm going to I don't know if I maxed out the horsepower on this thing or not. I can't remember now. Just been using it. It's been working great, but we haven't been pulling anything really really big with it. We might as well repair it. That might help. And yeah, 400, that should be more than enough. 445 horsepower to pull that seeder. It's those darn caster wheels on there. It's such a nice little seeder, nice and wide. It holds a decent amount of seed. It was cheap to buy. Just, you see, if you go backwards and you try to go, it just has that resistance to it. I mean, I can fiddle with it if I'm operating it, but if you get a worker that's being a little bit, especially worker H, helper H, yeah. John Linden there, our friend John Linden knows who I'm talking about, helper H. Anyways, there we go. Coffee's in. Let's do a. Is he pulling it fine? I might just have to use. I mean, the big Xerions that pull this thing around like a little toy, but I didn't beef up their horsepower. They're the basic horsepower, 400 and something horsepower too, but. Okay, we'll do a headland here. so the powers that be, the ownership group, the agricultural minister and the minister of agriculture, and these guys assure me that this coffee strain is good for this particular climate, and it will be ready to harvest when it's in fall. And okay, gonna have to keep an eye on him. We'll get him going. I'll just keep an eye on him for a minute. Yes, so they've assured me that this is going to work, but you might understand my trepidation, my hesitancy to go all in on this, and I don't want to lose an entire crop, our entire crop to fail. So we can stand to lose these two fields if that happens. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're going to go with the canola in the rest of the fields for sure, because we know that works. Let's get in this puppy. See this, like I said, this guy, here we are, 435. We're actually less horsepower, if you can believe that, because that one, we jacked the horsepower up on the, maxed it out on that 960, and these guys 435. But they have absolutely no problem pulling around these things. I should put a spare. I'm going to put a spare tank on. I'll be doing a little bit more of the broadcast for the canola, but the coffee, I'll need one of the tanks to do that. But we're going to swipe one of these tanks. For this guy. Oh, looks pretty good on there. So for some reason, some of the tractors don't like this tank on the front. but it seems like all the Kloss tractors seem to be just fine with it. So we don't want rye. We're gonna go with coffee on the other field as well. Get that started as early as possible. That filled up. Oh, is he not liking it a little bit now, or what? Oh, see, it's really? Huh. Oh, man, I spoke too soon. I guess maybe they don't. Yeah. Well, to be fair, these front tanks were made for the case 4 track and the I believe it was a case. Yeah, well, it is as you can see, it's case quad track, right? So for it to even fit on the front of these to attach is kind of a where am I going? Where am I going? Going this way. For them to even attach and work it's a small miracle, I suppose. So I can't be too. I'm not complaining. It's a nice size front tank, 4,500 liters, I believe. Gives us 10,000 liters of seed, and there we go. We'll go get the other ones set up and maybe get it set up for canola. Well, there she is, hooked up to the auger wagon. Yeah, so actually kind of excited to try out these new varieties. The temperature range and harvest range is if we look here, it's some of it's quite different. The kiwi and grapes are kind of normal. You would think normal time range and stuff like that. Yeah, everything looks kind of more suited to, suited. It's different but the same, right? You plant it and then you wait and then you harvest it. It's pretty much basic farming cycle. Make sure we change this before we do anything. Canola, there we go. It might have been that front tank that was giving us trouble with these seeders, because they. I think because I wasn't running front tanks on this seeder before. I wonder if it's kind of binding. I think sometimes they bind the front wheels a little bit. How was our friend doing there? Oh, he's doing quite well. Doesn't seem to be having any problems. Yeah, okay, he's doing all right. Well, let's go start this guy off in... how's that guy doing? We'll watch him from afar doing the turnaround. Is he gonna be okay? Looks like he's okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Good. Let's go start this guy off on our northeast field here. Yeah, we should probably do a perimeter. Oops. Come on. Down. Down. There we go. All right. Off and running. All right. The field border is I mean, there's room. But, well, you know how workers get. They get a little bit confused sometimes, or a little bit uptight about about a few. Let's see. This there's some undulation in the field, which I like, having like little dips and dives, and I mean that's the earth. It does that. Looks like there's kind of like a bit of a little ditch here, I guess. You would expect off the side of a field for water drainage and so forth. And well, you all know the problems with workers sue, and this being a bit of an slightly odd shaped. I mean, it's mostly square, which is great, and it's kind of it's also east-west, north-south oriented, so that's worker friendly as well. He should be okay once I do this. I think I'm going to go east-west trajectory. These ends look a little bit more worker friendly than the north-south boundaries. So we're going to do that. And these turn around very nicely. I'm very happy with these. Let's do that and get him off and running. All right, canola here. Let's take a look, make sure. Canola there, coffee there. Oh, he's almost done. That's they're pretty lickety knippety split quick. Anyways, let you go. There, that's kind of like a nice. Well, yeah. Let's. That's. I'm trying to keep these episodes a little bit shorter, nice and short, and a little bit of there. You don't want to see me seeding for an hour or so. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're back. We're back to spring and back to trying out the coffee thing and see how that goes. And the canola hopefully is good. We got a bunch of rye that we still need to sell. That the price is kind of tanked on it. I don't know if it'll ever come up, but we got some of that in the bank. And yeah, we'll see where we're going to spend our money next. Will we buy some new fields, or what are we going to do? I don't know yet. But anyways, I will continue seeding. And we'll see you later. So, yeah. If you liked it, place it. And someone's blocked. Better not be. Oh, Helper I. A cousin to Helper H there, I'm sure. Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Drop a like if you did, please. Please leave a comment with any suggestions or whatever. I'm Looney Farm Guy, your host and entertainer. And remember, it's just a game. Have some fun. Till next time, bye for now.